What if animals were the first to go to space? Space. The final frontier. Today, astronauts smile from orbit. Rockets launch almost every week, and satellites circle Earth like routine. But before humanity ventured into the great unknown, tiny pioneers took the lead. Animals, voiceless explorers, they carried us into space. What if they had stayed on Earth? Would humans have dared to dream? Would space travel have remained an unachievable fantasy? Tonight, we revisit powerful stories of the first animals in space. We'll explore what our world might look like without their bravery. It all began not with dogs or monkeys, but fruit flies. In 1947, aboard a captured German V-2 rocket, the United States launched those tiny creatures into the stratosphere. Their mission was to show what cosmic radiation does to a living body. The fruit flies returned alive, marking a small yet historic step. Soon after, mice, rats, rabbits, and frogs joined them. Rockets carried them higher, brushing space's edge. But many never came back. Parachutes failed. Capsules burned. Lives were lost in silence. Every failure brought answers. Could hearts keep beating in zero gravity? Could lungs breathe without Earth's pull? Slowly, the foundation for human spaceflight grew, not with humans but animals. In the Soviet Union, scientists chose dogs. These strays from Moscow streets survived through tough conditions and fit into tight capsules. Their stories would echo through history. Laika, the first living creature to orbit Earth. On November 3, 1957, she rode Sputnik 2. Her mission was one way. No plan to bring her back. Hours after launch, overheating and stress took Laika's life. Yet her sacrifice proved that life could endure the violence of launch. But the story didn't end there. In 1960, two dogs, Belka and Strelka, became the first to orbit Earth and return alive. They floated among the stars for a day, tails wagging, as cameras recorded their journey. When they landed, celebration erupted. Their puppies were given to world leaders, including one to President John F. Kennedy. The message was clear: if dogs could survive, so could humans. Less than a year later, Yuri Gagarin made history. Across the Atlantic, the United States chose primates. Their closeness to humans made them perfect candidates. Monkeys flew first. Many perished during test flights. But then came Ham. A young chimpanzee with a gentle face and sharp reflexes. On January 31, 1961, Ham launched aboard a Mercury Redstone rocket. Inside, he pressed levers, responded to lights, and followed commands. Even amid chaos, Ham showed astronauts could think and survive in space. He splashed down safely, smiling as rescuers opened the hatch. Ham became a hero, paving the way for Alan Shepard, the first American in space. But what if animals had never flown? What if Laika never circled Earth? What if Ham never pressed those levers? Humans may have rushed into space unprepared. The first cosmonauts, astronauts, could have died in full view. Public trust in spaceflight might have collapsed. Governments could abandon the dream altogether. The space race, delayed for decades. No Gagarin in 1961. No Armstrong on the moon in 1969. Or worse, no manned space program at all. Our skies today might brim with emptiness, void of stations, telescopes, or astronauts gazing back at Earth. Instead, thanks to silent pioneers, humanity reached the stars much sooner than imagined. Today, animals rarely venture into space. Technology, robotics, and simulations have taken their place. In those early years, their courage, unasked, silent, yet essential, propelled humanity onward. Without Laika, without Belka and Strelka, without Ham the chimp, perhaps we would still gaze at the night sky, yearning to fly among stars. They were the first explorers of the cosmos. And because of them, we ventured forth. What do you think if animals had never gone to space, would humanity still have dared to fly? And if you enjoyed this journey through the forgotten history of space, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next What If adventure.